Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com, and today the book review of Running by Dreyer. Now, I got introduced into the world of exercise or running, when I was, I think, hardly, was it 16 or 17? Actually, it started by sheer accident. Uh, my mother actually woke me up for a jog. My parents would go for exercise once in a blue moon. That is, they would go in a year. Let's say we would go once or twice for exercise. So that day, that particular day, she woke up at, I think, 4 in the morning, and she decided, let's go for exercise. Okay, fine. So 4:30, I think we reached this particular garden, and we were just walking around, and very soon I happened to see a couple of beautiful girls of my age. I didn't know if they're beautiful or not, but they were girls. So what I did is I puffed up my chest and I started jogging behind them. I still do not know from where I got the courage to do that. So as I was, jogging behind them for quite some time, very soon they came to a certain center point, and that is where I happened to notice the physical instructor. That is the our school teacher. He was there. He teaches us sports. Our sports teacher, and I just turned my head to run away. And he immediately called me and said, he asked me what was I doing, and he understood obviously that I was jogging and chasing those girls. So he made me do exercise with them, which I was very happy for. And then he did something that I would never forget. He made these girls and me stand in a line, and he actually asked us to race. And I ran, and these girls ran, and these girls actually beat me. There was a major distance, and they started laughing, and I was absolutely embarrassed. After which, I decided I was going to come almost every day to exercise because I didn't like being insulted. And obviously, yes, there were girls over there. So this started my journey into exercise, and I'm proud to say that for a guy who never qualified for any sports in his life, just by the instructions of this great man, whom his name is Sharafuddin, because of him, because of the knowledge he had, I finally became a athlete, and the greatest achievement I can brag about is 3 silver medals at the last year of my school. So from then on, I got introduced into the world of bodybuilding, and obviously big muscles, and Arnie was there, Sylvester Stallone, and all the big guys. So I decided to jump into the world of bodybuilding, and that took around 16 years. But if you fast forward today, I am 35, and obviously my joints no longer kind of support all this heavy weights. After doing really heavy weights like deadlifting 185 kilos and full squats for 220 kilos, and bench press or bench press and lat pull downs, and obviously there is wear and tear, and today my joints tend to pain. So I do not get that adrenaline high of actually doing all these heavy weights. So I decided to get back to my roots, that was jogging. And guess what? The other day I went for a jog. I decided I was going to do this ambitious 6.14 kilometer jog. I started off, and then I started huffing and puffing. Well, it was 100 meters were up, and I couldn't jog anymore. I found it really, really difficult. And what actually made me get embarrassed and insulted was old ladies were actually walking faster than me, and they were not huffing and puffing, and I was. So today it has been 3 weeks since I started jogging, and today I can say that it has become a little bit more easier. I actually go jogging, jog for let's say 300 or 400 meters, then walk for 100, 200 meters. So I just keep doing that. Now, where does this book come into all that? When I started jogging the first and second day, my joints actually started to pain, and I found it a little uncomfortable. So that is why I decided I maybe need to do some research. I started doing research online. I tried to find tips, and then I asked one of my students and friends, whose name is Rajesh Daryani. I think his name is Daryani, yeah. So he is a marathon runner, and the funny thing about him is, a couple of years ago, he was actually 95 kilos. He was a chronic smoker and drinker. Ever since he got into the aspect of jogging, he lost around, I think, 30 to 35 kilos. He is absolutely in shape, and he goes jogging thrice a week, and he is all about health. I mean, you look at the guy and you have a lot of respect for him. So I asked him, and he told me about running. I watched the YouTube videos. I was impressed. I think if you check a little bit below, you'll see a YouTube video of chi running. And then I purchased the book. The book is absolutely great. I mean, it is written by Danny Dreyer, who is himself a ultra marathon runner from 10 kilometers to 100 kilometers. The chapters are, one is he teaches you, in these chapters, there are around, how many chapters? A total of 12 chapters. First is he kind of introduces what is Tai Chi, what are the principles of Tai Chi, so that you understand that you got to let go, you got to be in harmony with the energy fields. Then he talks about Chi running, which is a revolutionary form. He gives his introduction. Then the 4 Chi skills. Following that, he teaches you on um, how to Chi run, and from there he moves on to the program development. Finally, towards the end, he speaks about injury prevention, then performance and race specific training, then the different types of foods, and how you can incorporate Chi running into your day-to-day life. Now, the overall gist, is this book actually good or not? Even with all the so-called criticisms that I happen to see in Amazon.com, I think Danny Dreyer is definitely a really good teacher, and I think you must try Chi running. I've been using some of the principles. I've also purchased the DVD. I purchased Chi walking. I've tried it. Now, mind you, it has not made my journey very easy. I still find jogging 6.14 kilometers a little bit hard. And sometimes when I take a break for 2 days, getting back is very, very difficult, especially with the weather of Dubai, which is really humid, which is really hot. So I would say that this book is a really good book, and you need to get introduced into the world of Chi running. I highly recommend this book, and I believe that if you have to keep fit, maybe jogging is the way for me at least, and I would suggest maybe it's for you. And maybe in the future you can incorporate something like yoga, and you can try different principles. So overall, what is my overall opinion of this book? I would say it's absolutely a great book. I would give it a 10 out of 10. The reason being is until now I found out the principles to be very great. I loved it. So I think you should also buy the book and read it yourself. If nothing else, check out the YouTube videos. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Chi Running Chi Running with Danny Dreyer, and yes, of course, his wife Catherine Dreyer. And this is loymachedo.com, Loy Machedo from loymachedo.com saying bye for now. Thank you for watching.